So the deal was, by Geneva Convention, you went home in order of shoot down. And as I think I mentioned earlier, that when I was shot down, there were guys that were there 3 years already. So the first group of POWs was released was in the middle of February 1973. And those were the guys that had been there. Everett Alvarez was there since 1960.
Now, do you get wind of this being there?
Well, we knew that there was some releases going on, and they actually, it was the first time they ever treated us as military people. They called us all out, and we stood in formation. And a Vietnamese officer came out, and he could speak English. He read the Geneva. He read the Paris Accords to us, and he said that there's been an agreement made between your country, our country, and you will go home sometime within the next 2 months. And we didn't know for sure, and we're thinking, well, maybe not. So anyway, the first group went home in the middle of February, and those were the real guys who've been there for a long time, 8-year guys, you know. And Alvarez was there since 5 August 1964. So he was there almost 9 years. Anyway, so the next group went home at the beginning of March of 73. My group, I was in the third group.
Right.
And so we left on the 14th of March, 1973. That was a good day, let me tell you what.
I bet it was.
That was a good day.
So I have a couple of questions on that, and I want to get to that day because it's, like I said earlier, it's the most fascinating story I've ever heard. You had told me that Senator McCain had held himself back because he didn't want to be, well, I guess not Senator McCain at the time, but John McCain at the time.
He was just one of us.
Yeah. But he had made it a point, right? That he
did. Yeah, he was. I got all the respect in the world for him. He's a tough guy. And when he jumped out of his A4, he broke 2 arms and 1 leg, and he parachuted into a lake in Hanoi, and a Vietnamese guy in a boat pulled him out and saved his life. And they found out who he was. You know, his father was a 4-star admiral. His grandfather was a 4-star admiral. So they wanted him to go home early, an early release. What they wanted to use as propaganda. You know, the lenient, humane Vietnamese people send Admiral McCain's son home to him, you know, as a gesture of goodwill, whatever it was. So, but John said no. He said, "I'll go home when everyone else before me goes home first."
So he wanted the order to go.
He did.
Yep.
So they actually tortured him to try to make him go home. He wouldn't do it.
He wouldn't do it.
So,
remarkable.
Yeah, he's a tough guy, no doubt about it. But in those days, you know, he was just one of us. We were all the same. You know, so he wasn't the senator. He wasn't anything. We didn't think he was all that important.
Right. Well,
so anyway,
and then it changed.
Yeah, things changed later on.